Welcome back, my fellow educators. Today we're going to be taking a deeper look at the online design environment known as Canva and see if we can create a unit plan for a series of lessons. The first thing I like to decide when I open up Canva is what I'm going to make, in this case a presentation. And there are any number of templates, but it helps to narrow down the search. So I'm just going to type in visual arts here because I think those templates look really great, and the organization of the lessons inside happens to match how I teach. So they're ready-made and just look good. So in this case, I think I'm going to try this one. These abstract designs, I don't think I would ever be able to come up with on my own. So I'm just going to apply all 18 pages, take a quick look, see what things I want to keep and which I'm going to eliminate. So I'm just going to jump ahead here now because I've filled in all of the content of my lesson. Obviously, it won't happen that quickly for you. This is the part that takes the time and requires our expertise as teachers. But I think I've set up and organized a lesson and planned for my entire unit. So I'm good to go. And now this is where the fun begins. The design template has already given me all of my design choices, so now I just have to add my own unique spin on the content, and I think one of the best ways to do that is through photos. With your EDU pricing, you get all kinds of photos which you can just simply drop onto your slides, and then you can adjust each picture in terms of brightness and contrast and saturation. You can adjust the hue by tinting it. You could blur it. You could add a vignette. You can add X process, which feels more like some kind of filter that you might use on social media. And you can add a vignette. There are, of course, a number of filters up there at the top. And you could also flip the image horizontally and vertically or crop it if you needed to. Another way that you might add images instead of the rectangular shape of the frame is through frames. So you go over to the Elements tab on the left, and you basically want to look for frames or any shape that has that little landscape. That's an indicator to you that Canva will accept an image to be just dropped right on top of it, and it will take that shape as a mask. So there are a whole bunch that are available to you, some that look like paintbrush strokes, some are in geometrical shapes, some have a hand-drawn look. They're all really pretty cool. You can even do it in the shape of letters and numbers so that you can have a mask cut out. I like these little eye holes with the arrow on the side, so I'm going to take those. The color around the circular image doesn't quite go, so I'm going to use the colors that are part of the palette from the design that I chose. So just once I have this in position, then I can go up here to the top and I can see all my document colors, and that's the blue that is already part of the design, as you can see here in the palette. So now it's just a matter of duplicating, Control C to copy and Control V to paste, or you could go up to the top if you don't remember that shortcut and go up to File and do the same thing. And I'm using the Align tools to get them all lined up with each other. And then I can just drop the images in that fit. So in this case, the radio, and as you can see, it accepts the cutout shape as a mask, which I think is really cool. And I'm getting lucky with my images. Seems to be, in my first few choices, something that fits and makes sense. Birds chirping, that shouldn't be any problem at all. Oh, look at these guys. They're so cute. Let's put them in there. That's pretty much it. Now let's see what else we can do to spice this up and make it our own. I really like the Elements tab. As you can see, there are any number of things. And one tab that I like under Elements is stickers, because you get these little animated images that really can draw your viewers' attention to things, or can simply just add some visual appeal, make it look less like a slide presentation. So in this case, this is my series overview for my whole unit, the 7 lessons that I'm planning for this sound design unit. And as you can see, Canva gets a little finicky sometimes in terms of selecting. You can select through an item by holding down or by clicking Shift, but sometimes I just move things out of the way, get them in place. That one looks good right there, so I'll do a few more, but I think you pretty much get the idea. It's really important to pick stickers that go with the overall design. So in this case, the design, all the text is white, so I'm sticking with just white outline abstract shapes in terms of the animations, rather than little animated pictures. So this one looks really good right here. It's also, this is a video lesson about sound, but it doesn't have any sound in it yet, in terms of this lesson at least. So I'm hoping that these little stickers can give the sense of sound energy. Like this one right here, I think would look really good to draw attention to this saying that's really important to remember in terms of sound design. And I don't want to clash with any of the text, so let's see if we can put it here. So I've gone ahead and added all the stickers that I want to add to my design, and I think I'm pretty much done, but let's play around. I'll add 2 additional pages at the back, which I'll delete then later, and let's see what else is available. So on the Elements tab under Charts, you can see you have a whole bunch of choices of charts to include, and as you can see, there is a breakout sidebar over here where you can change the names of the text. You can also change the values. So this would be perfect for a math lesson or a science lab. This would be a great way to actually encourage students to present their lab data in a more visually appealing format than you might be used to seeing. You have various different kinds of charts or ways of showing data, such as this little speedometer gauge, which you can adjust. And there are lots of different graph types. You should be able to find exactly what you're looking for. There's some other line statistical graphs and pie graphs. Can't imagine that you would need anything else beyond what is available in these templates. And if we go down here one more to grids, you can see you have this same little landscape set up. So that tells you that these frames are designed for photos to be inserted. So if you just go to the Photos tab, search for what you're looking for. I'm just going to grab 4 random images here very quickly, just drag and drop them right on top. And we have a very appealing design already laid out. Okay, I'm just going to Control Z to undo all that. And as you can see, there are so many different possible layouts here, all professionally designed by people who know what they're doing. Underneath that tab, you have the gradients. So there are a lot of gradient options if the full color isn't appealing to you. And as you can see, you can very easily change the gradients to something that more matches the color palette in the design template that you've chosen. And there are also gradients that have animations on them. So if you just got to have your blue fire, you can have some blue fire. Now that we're all done playing around with different design options and we've finished our presentation, it's time to download it. You can either share it with others so that they can view and edit it, or you can go over here to the three dots and you see you have the 4 classic options. You can download it, you can record while you're presenting, you can simply present, you can bring it to Google Classroom. If you use the Remind app, you can share it directly there. You can put it to Facebook, to Twitter, to some of these other apps that I have never even heard of. You have lots of options for sharing. What I like to do is simply download the video not as a PDF but as an MP4 so that I can edit it a little bit more precisely in a video editing package and include the sound effects that I want to include, which you can't do in Canva yet, maybe at some point in the future. But you just have to now wait as the download completes. It does take a while. Remember that this is an online environment, so depending on the speed of your internet connection, this could take a while. This is always a good time to go get your next cup of coffee, and then eventually it will complete, and then you can close out of this window and simply go find your downloaded file. But let's not be done with Canva just yet. Before we head over to a video editing application, let's use Canva to make the thumbnail for our YouTube video for once we upload it. Type in YouTube thumbnail, and you're going to get all kinds of amazing templates, just like with everything else. Everything looks good right out of the box. It's just a matter of picking one that matches the theme of your earlier design. And I'm thinking I like this one up here. That one looks slick. So there we go. Now I just have to change the text. For me, my series is called Tech Theater Skills, so this little tab up here seems perfect for that. And down here, I want to put the title of my lesson. The series is called Sound Design, and it's episode 2. I know it's weird to start at 2, but that was the easiest one to do. And this little bubble down here seems like it's a little kind of a blurb. Learn all about designing sound for theater. And if you run out of space, you can always resize by left-clicking and dragging. Okay, and I'll put the episode title underneath here. And resize that one. Bring it down so it matches the original template. And then I just have to pick a different image. I don't want an iPad here. Maybe a soundboard would be good. There we go. That's the winner. Perfect. I mean, that was pretty fast. All of a sudden, we have a really nice thumbnail, and I'm just going to title it properly up here at the top so that I can keep my designs nice and orderly. There we go. We've got the thumbnail. We don't have to rely on YouTube picking some kind of random frame. We tell it exactly which one to pick, and it downloads pretty quickly because it's just a single image, and boom, done. How about one more? Let's assume that I'm a very social media savvy teacher And I would like to post to my Instagram followers that I have just uploaded a new episode to my sound design series so that they can go check it out. So I could go to the homepage and search for Instagram story to get the right dimensions, but I have this design already made. I just need to resize it. So I click on the resize tab up here at the top. And if I scroll down, you can see I have a preset Instagram post. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. Okay. So all I have to do is click on that, copy and resize so we don't mess with the original. And now look at that. All resized, ready to go onto Instagram. I'm going to change just a few things so that it has a similar look to the thumbnail that I made. So I'm going to resize this little flag and stick it up here on the top. And then everything else looks good. If this is going on Instagram, people see this, I should give them some kind of action, something that they can do, right? Because they might not know, okay, great sound design, what am I supposed to do? So just maybe inform them that the episode is available now, or there's a new episode to click so that they can go back to my channel. And let's make it using the same font styles that are part of the whole design look. And then we can slide it on over there, right underneath the flag. That looks good. And maybe just for fun, so that we draw our attention, let's go back to the Elements tab and find one of those little animated swirly stickers. There we go, maybe that one. And then we just drag it on over. Oh, I must have double-clicked. I got two. I don't think I want two of them. Let's get rid of one. And then slide this over so that my viewer's eye is drawn right to the fact that we've got a new episode. Maybe shrink it down a little bit. And boom. We have that same look, but now for an Instagram post. Everything is coherent and fits together. Find a slick animation style and then download this. So in not too much time at all, I've managed to create a video lesson and the YouTube thumbnail and an Instagram post, all within Canva. Thanks for stopping by today. If you haven't gotten a chance to take a look at Canva for yourself, I highly recommend it. It's been a real game changer for my lessons, and I think it can do the same for you, especially if you're looking for something new. All right, take care. See you soon.